Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching, yes, the Yankees Entertainment and Sports Network.
Last night, things ended in thrilling fashion with this sparkling gem on both ends as the Yankees completed a sweep of the Red Sox and were all smiles and handshakes afterwards. But the Bombers go right back to work today as the Yes Network presents New York Yankees baseball. It's the Yankees against the Twins in the first game of a 4-game set from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, New York. Hey everybody, Ryan Rucco alongside David Cohn. So happy to be with you this Thursday night for Yankees baseball on Yes. Well, things certainly rolling right now for the Yankees. 6 straight wins. They come off a sweep of the Red Sox. They right now are in playoff positioning. But David, the Yankees not trying to take any chances here with the Twins. When you look at that Yankee lineup, at the top, they have what Luke Voit called their goal line package to Meredith Marakovits.
You talk about a modern-day lineup. Yeah, right at the top, the battering ram, Luke Voit, who's been getting it going lately. And you know what? They'd love to see this tonight, maybe on the first pitch. Luke Voit launching to right field. So, yes, there is a role for Luke Voit on this team, and he's going to be the leadoff hitter. So how about that? And, oh, yeah, Anthony Rizzo, yeah, he's pretty good. He's tailor-made with that swing for this stadium, and also with that glove at first base. He's a nice match there. And then, of course, Aaron Judge. He has been steady Eddie, swinging the bat, clutch, playing good defense, can play all over the field, can play center field as well. And Joey Gallo, how about that? A fan favorite already. That name just fits in there. The roll call, maybe the loudest of the night we'll hear for Joey Gallo. He loves it here. They love him so far. And, oh, yeah, how about Giancarlo Stanton sneaking down the lineup, starting to swing the bat as he can play outfield, too, as well. I don't think it's any coincidence. Since he started to play outfield, he's swinging the bat better. It goes hand in hand.
And you look at the best records in baseball since July 6th, the Yankees at the top of the heap, 27-11. Well, how about Wednesday for Andrew Velazquez? How about his series against the Red Sox? Doing it with the glove, doing it with the bat. Our Meredith Marakovits has more on the Yankees' Bronx native shortstop. That's next here on Yes.
Back to the Bronx for Yankees baseball on Yes. Game 1 of the 4-game series between the Yankees and the Twins coming your way in just a few minutes. Hey everyone, I'm Meredith Marakovits. Andrew Velazquez is living out his childhood dream. He used to imagine playing at Yankee Stadium in a Yankees-Red Sox series, and last night not only did he play, he started at shortstop and was a major contributor, driving in 2 runs and coming up with some great defensive plays. He was named player of the game by his teammates, and he was asked about his speech to the group.
Oh, I wish I wrote it down. It sounded pretty good coming out of my mouth. But no, it just came from the heart. Just that I'm honored to be here in that locker room with those guys, and like I've dreamt of doing what we just did. So in real life, it was way better.
Velazquez is back in tonight's lineup at shortstop. When we get back, Ryan Rucco will be joined by David Cohn. Jamison Tyone gets the ball. First pitch coming your way after the break.
This is brought to you in part by New York City Vaccine for All. Safe, free, easy. By the New York Lottery, get out there and play. By Cadillac, visit your Tri-State Cadillac dealer and experience the ultimate in iconic luxury. And by FanDuel, more ways to win. Batting champions from the Twins and the Yankees throughout the years get us ready for action of this first game of a 4-game set between these two teams. We'll take a look at tonight's Twins starting lineup. Brought to you by TikTok. It starts on TikTok. Max Kepler leading off. Jorge Polanco has been terrific, bats second. Josh Donaldson DHing, batting third. Luis Arraez has been piping hot. He bats cleanup. Then it's Sano, Nick Gordon, Ryan Jeffers, Jake Cave, and Andrelton Simmons rounds out the Twins starting lineup.
And that is Jameson Taillon, who is towing the slab into Boogie Down Bronx tonight. And you can see his numbers have rounded into form very nicely. Only 35 walks, 116 strikeouts. In our pitcher scouting report, the catalyst is 1.68 ERA since July 1st. Fourth best in Major League Baseball, and his comeback similar to the teams during this stretch. Pitching more, season-high changeups, 14% changeups and curves on his last start. I've said that's kind of led him, Ryan, as he's mixing it up more and more, and he's the mainstay in the rotation right now.
And he's ready to deal on a Thursday night in the Bronx with ball one to Max Kepler.
I thought Christy Acker did a great article in the Daily News. She does a fantastic job covering the Yankees about the Yankees' resurgence kind of tied to Jameson Taillon. You think about his turnaround and the problems in the Yankee rotation. This guy's been right there, turning it around, leading the way.
The voluminous Joey Gallo roll call from the Bleacher Creatures as Kepler swings through. It's interesting you bring that up about Taillon, David, because yesterday I asked him about the responsibility he's had during this stretch, especially with so many starters going down. And he said throughout his career he's always relished those opportunities. As that's grounded to Velazquez. An easy out as Kepler is retired. Take a look at the defense behind Taillon, presented by Geico. The Yankees going with Gallo, Judge, and Stanton in the outfield. Third game starting in the outfield together. Wade and Velazquez on the left side. Odor and Rizzo on the right. And Higashioka catches Taillon. Here is Jorge Polanco. He's had a walk-off RBI in each of the Twins' last 3 wins. And Taillon just misses. Ball one. Taillon said he would notice consciously, even in the past, when he was in Pittsburgh, if Cole was out or any of their starters were out, he always sort of liked the challenge of having to be the guy, and he has been that for the Yankees over the last month and a half.
Looks like he's having fun pitching again. You know, he's looked to Garrett Cole to help him with his curveball. He's got that back and throwing it very effectively. His changeup, all-time high usage this year in his last start, so very unpredictable.
Big swing and a miss on a change there. Yankees have tied their season high, 6 straight wins for Aaron Boone's team. They are now in the top wild card spot in the American League after sweeping the Red Sox. As Polanco lifts that foul, it's 2-2.
You know, Taillon's got some old school music taste. You get Led Zeppelin as his song when the levee breaks when he comes out.
Kind of gets you going, right?
Yeah, he's a coffee drinker, aficionado, and a Led Zeppelin fan.
Sounds like your kind of guy.
It's not a bad thing.
Two and 2 on Polanco. Now, Minnesota has obviously underwhelmed this season. They have not come close to meeting expectations, but they have been playing much better of late. Rocco Baldelli's squad has won 9 of their last 13, and they've won series against some good teams lately. The Rays, the White Sox, the Astros. They've won 4 straight series entering this 4-gamer against the Yankees. Polanco lifts that into shallow left. That is going to dunk in for a base hit. And Polanco is on with 1 out. Let's take a look at the keys to the game, brought to you by your local Kia dealers.
Well, for the Yankees, obviously, after the big Red Sox sweep, you know, it's traditional, it's a cliche, but it's true. No letdown. You got to keep it going. And the heavy hitters, you're talking about the battering ram at the top with Luke Voit leading off. So maybe you can get an early lead, get Taillon out of this first inning, get an early lead, and then now what? All those first 2 things, you know, all these things go well. Back into the bullpen now. You know, who's going to close? Chapman, a little issue last night. Britton was good, though. Got Loaiza get ready to go, so it'll be interesting to see how he pieces it together at the end.
Fly ball into right. Stanton waits. 2 down. Let's take a look at the game time weather presented by Bigelow, the official hot tea of the Yankees. 86 degrees, feels like 90. Bit of a wind. Feels like an August night in New York. And you know what? It is an August night in New York.
Yes, you know, the last couple of weeks of summer before the kids go to school. Yankees playing well.
Crowd has had serious juice over the last few days. I was talking about that with Aaron Boone before the game, and he was saying just how outstanding the crowds were during the 3-game sweep of the Red Sox. And when you get a rain out day game and you feel game 1 of a doubleheader and you feel the energy the way you could feel it from the crowd on Tuesday, you know they're locked in. Runner goes. Throw down is on the money. A laser from Higashioka to end the first. You can't throw a seed any more perfectly than that. Polanco gunned down. Tyone faces the minimum. Thanks to that, we go to the bottom of the first. Yankees coming up. Down Jorge Polanco to end the top of the first. Let's take a look at the Yankees starting lineup, brought to you by TikTok. It starts on TikTok. Luke Voit leading off for the 3rd time this season, first time since May 25th. He's followed up by Anthony Rizzo, then Aaron Judge, Joey Gallo, Giancarlo Stanton. Rougned Odor will bat 6th, followed by Velazquez, Higashioka, and Tyler Wade rounds out the Yankees starting lineup.
And John Gant is on the mound in the Bronx here for Minnesota. You can see his split season with St. Louis. Now with Minnesota, part of that J-Happ trade to come over. In the scout report, you know, the Minnesota emptied the pen. They used 7 relievers in yesterday's 11-inning win over the Indians, and a new home, new role for John Gant. Started for the Cardinals to begin the season, then moved to the bullpen. As we said, came over in that J-Happ trade and start the parade. He threw 17 pitches on Monday versus Cleveland, so kind of an opener strategy, maybe 1 or 2 innings for him here tonight. We'll see how it goes.
So Luke Voit will begin this beefy top 5 in the Yankees order, which they can throw out there when Judge plays center and Stanton plays the outfield. As Voit takes strike 1. I liked the analogy Luke Voit gave to Meredith Marakovits about it being like the goal line package.
Interesting, you know, nothing wrong with that.
You called it a battering ram?
Yes. Luke Voit playing the role of the battering ram.
A lot of big dudes.
It is a modern day lineup, 1 through 5. Bashers.
Voit said you get the big boys up top, a lot of power. Goal line package.
Smash mouth.
Just a day off for DJ LeMahieu. Aaron Boone had been trying to find a spot for him. As Voit lifts that in the air to center. Gordon drifts back with room, 1 down. Let's take a look at the defense presented by Geico. Former Yankee Jake Cave in left. We saw the son of Tom Gordon, Nick Gordon in center. Max Kepler, who the Yankees missed last time, is in right. Arise and the outstanding Andrelton Simmons on the left side. Polanco and Sano on the right. And Jeffers behind the plate. It did not take Anthony Rizzo long to make sure his impact was felt once again. Huge contributor last night as he taps that weakly to the right side. Simmons will toss him out. 2 down. And here is Aaron Judge. Judge has been locked in a 12-game on-base streak in which he's hitting .357 with an OPS around 1,200. Also seen him stealing bases of late. 3 stolen bases over his last 5 games. Fouls away the first pitch from Gant.
See, all of a sudden, I'm checking out his shoe game every night. Aaron Judge has been bringing it.
How about those last night, huh?
Got the championships.
Gavels, it looks like, right? Judge gavels on the back.
Yeah, the retired numbers one night.
Yep.
Championship years another night.
Tonight he's got the AJ logo. Takes that inside. It's 1-2. I mean, there are some amazing custom artists out there for cleats, shoes. Peruse Instagram. You can find some. I mean, the talent is just incredible. Two and two on Judge. You ever get tricky with your cleat game, David?
No, we weren't allowed.
Couldn't even wear white cleats, right?
No, only in the All-Star game.
That's it.
That was a big deal back then. The big thing when I came over to the Yankees was Adidas. You know, George Steinbrenner had made a deal with Adidas, trailblazing deal, which led to some commercials, the Adidas commercials, and the old school Ansky commercials before that.
Those were great. Three and two on Judge, no score. Bottom of the first. 2 out, nobody on. Judge taps it over the mound. Going to be fielded by Polanco, and he will throw out Judge to end a 1-2-3 first. No scores. We go to the second on a Thursday night in the Bronx. It is time for Pinstripe Pride, brought to you by Toyota, the official hybrid vehicle of the Yankees. Tonight's picture was submitted by John Medrano. His daughter caught her first batting practice ball at Yankee Stadium on Sunday. Very cool. Use the hashtag Toyota Pinstripe Pride and post your picture to social media to reflect your love for the Yankees, and we might spotlight you in a future game. Fans have been enjoying what they have been seeing from this Yankee team. Best record in baseball since July 6th at 27-11. The Yankees have won 12 of their last 13 series as Luis Arraez takes just called outside, ball 1 from Taillon. Take a look at the leaders in the American League when it comes to batting average with a minimum of 300 plate appearances. Only Michael Brantley has a better average than the contact-oriented Luis Arraez. Dave, you could tell how much the game has changed when you look at a hitter like Arraez. If you look at Major League Baseball with that same minimum of 300 plate appearances, there are only 2 hitters in all of baseball who have more walks than strikeouts. Juan Soto and Luis Arraez. That's it. If you go back to the year 2000 with those same minimums of 300 plate appearances, there was 32 hitters who had more walks than strikeouts. Go back to 1980, there was 60 hitters that had more walks than strikeouts. Becoming more and more rare as Arraez drives that into right center. Stanton jogging over to make the play for out number 1.
Yeah, we don't even want to go back to Joe DiMaggio or Yogi Berra, right? You don't want to go even that far.
Crazy how much the game has changed. Arraez a throwback in that regard. Miguel Sano who had a 475-foot home run yesterday in Minnesota, takes strike one from Taillon. I mean, it sounded like 475 feet.
Yeah, he can hit him as far as anyone.
Nine home runs his first 20 career games against the Yankees. That's 2 more than any other player ever. Swing and a miss. Sano down on strikes. First K of the game for Jameson Taillon.
Very sharp, very good mix of pitches. Threw him a curveball and a couple of sliders, and well located. I mean, if you're going to throw a slider, that's exactly how and where you throw it.
And here's Nick Gordon. Fouls that away, 0-1. Son of Tom Gordon. Was the 5th overall pick back in 2014. Went around there, 0-2. Brother of D. Judge in his tracks is there. Inning over. A smooth 1-2-3 second for Jameson Taillon. We go to the bottom of the second inning. No score at the stadium.
Welcome back. It's time for tonight's injury report, brought to you by Montefiore Doing More. Gleyber Torres looks like he may take a step in the right direction tomorrow. Aaron Boone said he may start swinging a bat. They won't really know how that thumb is feeling until he does that, but he has not picked up a bat since the injury. Aaron Boone said once he starts swinging, he doesn't think it'll be too long thereafter. And really good news on Luis Severino. The second opinion was consistent with the first. There is no structural damage in his shoulder. Aaron Boone said he will not throw for the rest of the week, and then the Yankees will reevaluate. But guys, everyone was holding their breath on Luis Severino. What this means in the way of a timeline, when he could potentially be back, we do not know that yet, but no structural damage, a good sign.
Definitely a good sign, Meredith. Start the bottom of the second here, no score between the Yankees and Twins. It'll be Gallo, Stanton, and Odor, 4, 5, and 6 in the Yankees order against John Gant, functioning as an opener of sorts for the Twins tonight, as Gallo takes strike one. Did Aaron Boone say anything about how Severino is going to be used? Any thoughts yet if he could definitively start when he comes back, or if he'd be out of the pen?
He said it's a little premature to start discussing that. They just want to see how he feels once he picks up a ball again, because he's not going to be down hopefully that long. They don't know that he would have lost that much on the build-up process, but he did not want to get into whether they saw him right now as a starter, a guy that could be stretched out, or as a weapon out of the pen. But guys, just 41 games, including tonight, left this season, so there's not a lot of time for Luis Severino to get ready.
Yeah, no doubt, Meredith. 0-2 on Gallo. David, what do you think about that, looking at the runway that's left towards the end of the season with Sevy?
It changes everything. You know, it pushes him to, if anything, a relief role in my mind. And, you know, that's not a bad thing. He's more of a one-inning guy. I don't think you could look at him as a potential rotation piece now in September. That's a bit of a long shot.
Gallo cuts and misses. Little foul tip held on to. One down.
But if he gets it right, potentially with his stuff, Severino could be an interesting option to have in the bullpen in September. See Gallo swinging through that Gant fastball.
Well, and we've seen him in that role before and look like a very dominant force. Stanton takes outside, ball one. It's where I think David, if you have him back healthy at all, that will feel like a huge win, and you'll be happy to deploy him wherever you have to. Different than you would have projected a few weeks ago, but
you know, or even in spring training, he looked so good. We were thinking, wow, you're going to get a full 2 months of him. Maybe after the All-Star break, you were looking at Severino, and then the groin injury, and now the shoulder.
Good take there from Stanton, 2-1.
I was looking so forward to seeing him throw again. Such an exciting pitcher.
Stanton grounds that up the middle, right to Polanco. 2 down. The MLB Ballpark app will complete your next visit to Yankee Stadium. Buy and manage game tickets, redeem offers, access exclusive content, and much more. Download the MLB Ballpark app today. Here's Rougned Odor. Buck Showalter pointed it out on the postgame last night. Odor made a couple of very nice plays over at third base at critical times last night, just showing the increased comfort as the reps continue to grow. Shows bunt here and pulls back. Ball 1. Back at second today, but easy to take for granted how seamlessly he's adopted the role over there at third.
Just makes him more valuable. I think he understands that now. Got a little bit of a wake-up call when Texas let him go.
And David, he is out doing early work every single day at third base.
You know, he had a lot of success at a young age with Texas. Got a big-time contract, long-term deal, then fell on hard times. A lot of talk about him being too stubborn down in Texas to make adjustments, too much of a pull hitter, too power conscious. You get a big wake-up call when an organization gives up on you. And then you get a second life when a franchise like the Yankees takes a chance on you. You're more than willing to try new things.
Swing and a miss. Odor down on strikes. Gant has retired all 6 Yankees he's faced through a scoreless 2 as we head to the third. Edge during the game. Just tap the Edge icon on the side of your screen to access real-time interactive player and team stats. Plus, get a comprehensive play-by-play summary and check out lineups and season stats. Put yourself in the producer's chair and watch the game your way with Yes Edge. Top of the third inning, no score between the Yankees and Twins. Jamison Tyone deals strike 1 to Ryan Jeffers. It'll be 7, 8, and 9 for the Twins. A couple of 12-pitch innings from Tyone to get through the first and second. 0-2 on Jeffers, elevating that four-seamer. The 0-2. Yankees 9-1 in Tyone's last 10 starts. That just misses down. 2-2. Tyone, the second best ERA in the American League since June 18th. Only Robbie Ray with a lower ERA than Tyone over that span. Swing and a miss. Second strikeout for Tyone. 1 down in the third. The Home Depot getting more done on Jamison Tyone. First 15. Certainly a struggle. Last 8. Certainly not. And a 1.68 ERA over his last 8 starts. That's the since July 1st numbers.
You know, on top of all that, what he's shown too is a propensity to pitch really well at home, and that's a big key for if you want to pitch for the Yankees in those pinstripes on that mound. That's center stage out there. You got to thrive out there. You feed off the crowd. These Yankee Stadium crowd, they anticipate the flow of the game as well as anybody. You get 2 strikes, we hear the chants.
You might hear a pregnant whale.
Yes, exactly. I got schooled last night. I had no clue where that came from. Now I know. Now I got it. I got it now. And you know what? I promised you I'd get updated on my Star Wars knowledge.
After Boba Fett.
Yes, I got to go back to school. I need your help.
I'm here for you. We could debate what order you want to watch the movies, but
I even thought about starting The Mandalorian because I know you were into that too.
it's outstanding. Could not recommend it more highly. The 2-2. Tap to first. Rizzo backs up, tosses softly, 2 down.
Well, Tyone has allowed 3 or fewer earned runs in 11 of his 12 home starts this year, and 2 earned runs or fewer in 8 of those. So opponents are hitting just .218 off of him here at Yankee Stadium. That's a pretty good formula.
Andrelton Simmons, the 9-hole hitter. Ball 1. We've seen the mix of pitches with Tyone. We've seen the demeanor, the confidence. He has looked like someone who expects positive results every single time he takes the mound. And that's what he's gotten now for an extended run. Take a look at StatCast 3D, powered by Google Cloud, on the arsenal from Jameson Tyone.
You know, that's overall, those usage numbers and the percentages. The changeup's creeping up. Curveball and the slider now almost equal. Sinker has really creeped up. He rarely used that sinker at the beginning of the season in those first dozen or so starts. We've already seen several changeups tonight.
There it is, David.
All right, school me. What is that?
This is the Imperial alarm.
Okay.
Something's going wrong on one of the Empire ships. This is what we hear.
Okay.
The 2-2. Tapped weakly to the left side. Wade spins and fires in time, and everyone escapes the Death Star unscathed. We go to the bottom of the 3rd, no score, thanks to the smooth wheeling of Tyler Wade to end this inning. Moment, visit your Tri-State Audi dealer and experience the fully electric Audi e-tron today.
Well, one of the feel-good stories of the year so far. And it's obvious. I mean, you got a kid that grew up in the shadows of the stadium getting his chance and coming through in a big way. The emotion he's shown, the lift he's given this team. And not just about the story. The contributions have been huge.
He leads off the bottom of the 3rd in a scoreless game.
I mean, that hug that Phil Nevin gave him after that big hit in Boston, I mean, legitimate, pure emotion was touching.
Meredith, it certainly seemed like Velazquez was walking on air last night.
Enjoying every moment of it. And you're talking about the hit in that game, David. I spoke to him after that game, and he said it's just a culmination of a lot of things. All the hard work, the dream as a kid, his parents being there with him, that hit made it all worth it. He said it's something he'll never forget. It almost felt like his first big league hit. And he delivered this speech after getting the championship belt, which is what the Yankees players give to the player of the game. And guys were so taken by the speech because it came from the heart, talking about how he used to watch this series or the Red Sox series with the Yankees as a kid, always wanted to play in it, didn't even necessarily get to go to it often. He joked probably a little expensive for their taste in getting those tickets, but he said now it's nice having a better seat for those games.
So cool. And David, I thought it was awesome to see that his speech had an impact on the other guys in the room. You know, that they can feel the emotions of this story as well. And then afterwards he goes home to Kenny and Margaret, his parents, staying at his parents', going to the ballpark. It's just like Little League, except for it's Yankee Stadium. Velasquez drives that in the air to right center field and deep. Gordon on the run, dives, can't make the catch. It's off the wall. Velasquez on his horse. He's into third with a leadoff triple.
Well, a switch hitter, but I tell you one thing. He's got a little bit of pop in that bat. You know, he's not a slap hitter. You see he drives this to the gap. Gordon makes an excellent effort and actually gets there right off the edge of the glove. The diving effort from Gordon. But here's the other part of the game. Kid's got some wheels. This is going to be an easy triple at this point. That's what you call sliding into third with a stand-up triple.
So the Bronx kid keeps getting it done. He's on third with nobody out. Higashioka at the plate. Corners in, middle back. 0-1. Second career triple for Velasquez. Had one last year with the Orioles. The 0-1. 0-2. When we talk about the speech from Velasquez and the clubhouse, and Aaron Boone has mentioned multiple times how he loved the energy Velasquez brought to the room in spring training and that it stood out. And I asked Aaron about it today, and he said there's just this positive energy from him that you can feel in the room. It was noticeable in March, and it's been noticeable here. He also said, you know, we focus on the speed and the defense. He said, but he can swing it too, and he's having a really strong year at AAA, and now we're starting to see some results up here.
Yeah, a switch hitter. One of those young players that leaves you wanting to see more.
One and two on Higashioka. Ripped fair. Base hit down the left field line. Velasquez will score. Higashioka into second with an RBI double. And the Yankees take a 1-0 lead.
All over this off-speed pitch from Gant. Drills it, keeps it fair down the line. Velasquez can walk home. I don't know what that means, but they're doing a lot of that lately.
A lot of that since July 6th. Here's another guy who's been locked in lately, Tyler Wade. Higashioka at second, nobody out. The bottom of the third, one run already in. Wade shows bunt, punts it foul. Tyler Wade's last 15 games, he's hitting .441. He's raised his batting average from 191 to 275. See if he shows bunt again. Does not, and takes outside 1-1.
Well, the thing that bunt, that sort of, is the attempt on the first pitch, as you see Voigt's on deck, the leadoff hitter, is that it's brought the third baseman in. You still have a hole on the left side. Gant's a sinker ball pitcher, so Wade's got some options here. He wants to shoot it the other way. Just the speed and the threat kind of gets the infield defense moving a little bit. Gets the pitcher thinking a little bit.
We've seen a lot of that dimension lately for the Yankees as well. More speed, more athleticism, more versatility. The 2-1, and it's 3-1 on Wade with Voigt. As David said, the leadoff hitter on deck. Gant can give Minnesota somewhere around 50 pitches today. This was a planned bullpen game for the Twins, but they ended up being hamstrung because yesterday their starter left in the second inning, so 8 pitchers were used yesterday by the Twins, as David talked about in his scouting report. So they're going to have a harder time piecing it together. A 3-1. That is outside, ball 4. Wade works a walk, and here's Luke Voigt, who had an interesting comparison for this Yankee lineup tonight.
The goal line package. That's what we're calling it with all the big boys up top. So it'll be pretty fun, and it's tough right from the beginning. Obviously DJ's a beast up there too, but it's fun. Obviously what they can give in a day, and you know what? A lot of power up there.
You go Voigt, Rizzo, Judge, Gallo, Stanton to begin the game. If you're a starter looking at that, I mean, you got to feel like you're sweating as soon as you take the mound.
Well, the thing is it's it's kind of a reverse order, but you've got Tyler Wade and now Higashioka setting the table, and here comes Voigt now. All of a sudden, one swing of the bat can be 3 runs.
So a triple from Velasquez, a double from Higashioka, a walk from Wade. 1 run already in, first and second, nobody out. And here is Voigt, who flew out to center his first time up. Chases, 0-1. Anthony Rizzo on deck. And Judge waiting in the hole. Voigt hits that hard, fair. Down the left field line, into the corner it goes. Higashioka will score. Wade being waved around third. Here's the throw. It's high. Wade safe. Voigt advances to third. It's a 2-run double from the leadoff man, Luke Voigt. And the Yankees' lead is 3-0.
Aggressive base running. Luke Voigt does what you're supposed to do with a hanging slider. Turns on it, gets the barrel on it, hits it hard. Down the line. That's the salt part. Here comes the pepper part. Nobody out. You're taking a chance. You know Higashioka's going to score. Here comes Tyler Wade. Aggressive Phil Nevin. Let's go. Let's push it. There's the pepper part. Salt and pepper. Power and speed.
And more damage to be done. Rizzo up. Voit at third. Still nobody out. Ball one.
Wade had to slide around the bat, too.
Yeah, he did. Still got that hand firmly planted at home plate. Whoop. Tried to kick the bat out of the way. Got stuck. Oh, no. Left for Wade.
Made it worse.
Tap. Foul. It's a leadoff. I mean, it's the on-deck man's job, right? Get out there, get that bat out.
Sometimes you see the umpire do it, too, as well. Just for safety reasons.
Three extra base hits already in the inning for the Yankees off of Gant. Still no one up in Minnesota's pen. 1-1 on Rizzo. 2-1. Coors Light beating the pressure. Anthony Rizzo. Instant impact. 3 homers, 8 ribbies, 8 runs in first 10 games with the Yankees since 1960. He's 1 of 4. Nick Swisher, Xavier Nady, and Roger Maris.
He was the jumper cables right out of the gate. If you go back to that Miami series, the Yankee offense was still struggling. He single-handedly jump-started this offense.
Drives that deep to right field, but foul. David, it also felt like he jump-started the confidence, too. Everything changed psychologically after the deadline.
For everybody, the whole fan base as well. Right guy at the right time, doing the right thing. And on top of that, kept him away from Boston. And the Red Sox got a taste of what they were missing over the last 3 games as well.
The 2-2. Just missed inside, and it's full on Rizzo with Judge on deck. The 3-2. Rizzo fights that off into center. Voit tags. He'll go. Gordon does not have a great arm. The throw will skip in late. Voit scores. It's a sacrifice fly for Anthony Rizzo. And the Yankees extend their lead to 4-0. So Rizzo drives in Voit.
There you go.
Here is Judge. 4 runs already in this inning as Judge takes low. Now, I was thinking about the Rizzo-Voit situation and his action now in the Twins pen. I was thinking about your '96 team, David, and Hayes and Boggs, Tino and Fielder, Strawberry and Raines. On a winning team, there's always roles to be played.
Could not agree more. The Cecil Fielder and Tino Martinez.
Yeah.
It works. Competition is good. Firepower is good. Weapons are good. And now I even know about the Death Star, so I'm on this. It's a Death Star lineup looking right now.
That's right. That's what Brian Cashman talked about a couple years ago, right? Wanting the fully operational Death Star. The 2-2. Judge smashes that foul.
Still sounds like a pregnant whale to me a little bit, but now I'm on it, though. I'm with it.
Yeah. Well, RotoWare already came out with the T-shirt for you.
Yeah, I saw that. Those guys don't miss a beat.
Another good crowd at the stadium. Hot Thursday night in the Bronx. Yankees jumping on the Twins here in the third. And it's full on Aaron Judge.
But we talked about, not having a letdown on the Yankee side after the big Boston series. So far, so good.
Swing and a miss. Judge chases up. 2 down.
He knows it right away. Chasing up and out of the zone.
Here's Gallo. Leaves that up 1-0. We mentioned it. This is Gant's first start since June 23rd at Detroit, back when he was with the Cardinals. He is about at the end of the pitch count rope as Gallo taps that foul. I mean, you look at the bullpen budget. They had to make some roster moves to get some arms in here that didn't throw yesterday. Bear Claw, one of them.
Kind of get the feeling they're stretching Gant out here. He's going to, we mentioned it, he's going to be a new role. They're going to give him a shot. Even though he's given up 4 runs here. First couple of innings, he looked kind of sharp. He's got some stuff to work with.
A 3.76 ERA as a starter this year with St. Louis in 14 starts.
I think Minnesota at this point probably feels pretty good that you can turn Jay Happ into to Gant and give him a chance at least to see if he can be a rotation piece.
Tipped into the glove, held on to. Gallo is retired, but the Yankees get 4 runs on 3 extra base hits. It started with Fordham Prep's Andrew Velazquez, a leadoff triple. Higashioka followed with a double. And how about the leadoff man, Luke Voigt? A 2-run double. 4 runs at the end of the third. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the New York Yankees. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the New York Yankees. On the Tri-State Audi scoreboard, Yankees 4, Twins nothing. Top of the 4th inning. Tyone has been very efficient thus far tonight. 39 pitches through 3. Has faced the minimum after Polanco was cut down trying to steal to end the first inning on a beautiful throw from Higashioka. Max Kepler was a name linked to the Yankees around the deadline. Yankees missed him last time these teams played. Kepler was on the IL. The son of 2 ballet dancers from Berlin. Swing and a miss. 3 strikeouts for Tyone. Time for Jimmy John's Freaky Fresh Take. Well, Jorge Polanco, a walk-off RBI and 3 straight wins. The 4th player since 1920 to do so. Not a lot of guys have done it. Had a sac fly Sunday, double Monday, and a single yesterday. Former All-Star who has been locked in of late.
See George Scott on that list?
Yeah.
One of the guys, the Boomer.
He did it in 73. Tony Pena did it in 82, and then David Ortiz. Remember when he went on that run of, no one wants to remember who's watching this game, but those walk-off hits in 04, he had 3 straight. Swing and a miss. Elevated the 4-seamer. Polanco chased it. Back-to-back strikeouts to begin the 4th for Tyone.
The confidence on the mound. Just staked with a 4-run lead. This is how you pitch with a 4-run lead. Go right after them, get ahead, up the ladder. The stuff is real, Tyone. The mix is so much better now, too, as well.
It's interesting hearing him also, and use the sinker there, but David, talk about how he's changed the way he uses his 4-seamer. So early on, everything was up with it. Now he saves elevating the 4-seamer for specific moments.
See that swing Josh Donaldson had? A good fastball hitter on that 2-seamer that ran in on him? Perfect usage of that pitch right there in that count.
And you see the struggles Minnesota's had with the 4-seamer thus far tonight. 0 for 7 with 3 strikeouts.
You know, when I say the stuff is real, I mean his 4-seamer has excellent spin on it. And life up through the zone, that riding life.
Nice curve.
It's a heck of a curveball right there. Watch the buckle from Donaldson. That tells you all you need to know, the reaction from the hitter. Watch his front leg just buckle.
The Imperial alarm blaring in the background. Top to short. Velazquez got a bad hop. Throws onto first in plenty of time because Donaldson is severely hampered. And that will end the 4th. Tyone has faced the minimum through 4. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's 4-0 Yankees. Heck of a trivia question today. Who are the only 5 players selected as All-Stars in at least 18 straight seasons? Wow. I'm not sure she's going to know that one. Audi scoreboard, 4-0 Yankees. One of the answers, we can give this hint, I've been told. One of the answers was in our billboard to begin the game. We saw batting champions from the Yankees and Twins over the years.
"18 straight seasons."
Yeah.
All-Star game with the same team.
Yes. Chop to third. Stanton retired. Not with the same team, just 18 straight. They just made the All-Star game in 18 straight seasons, not necessarily with the same team. But only 5 players. And that's going to do it for Gant, which means we're going to get a same half-inning trivia answer right after this pitching change. Coulombe coming in for Minnesota. All right. Who are the only 5 players selected as All-Stars in at least 18 straight seasons? Rod Carew's got to be the one from the billboards. All right, good. That's one.
Mike Schmidt?
Mike Schmidt, okay. Feels good. Hank Aaron?
That's a good one.
All right, Hank Aaron. Cal Ripken, Willie Mays, Stan Musial, Rod Carew.
Should have got Ripken. Should have had Ripken.
Ripken, agree. We should have had. That's an awesome trivia question. 21 straight All-Star games for Hank Aaron. You see Danny Coulombe into the game for Minnesota. 18 games, a 2.61 ERA. He'll face Rougned Odor. One out. Bottom of the 4th. Yankees scored 4 in the 3rd to take a 4-0 lead. Tyone has faced the minimum. Did allow a hit to the second batter of the game, but Polanco was thrown out stealing to end the 1st. Towering fly ball down the right field line. Kepler trying to track it, does, for the second out. Now, we've been talking music tonight, David. The walk-up song for Andrew Velazquez is from an artist called Canvas. His name is Denzel Lopez. Andrew's friend and teammate at Fordham Prep, also from the Bronx. He sent the song yesterday so that Andrew could have it. They had a big group of former teammates last night sitting in the bleachers. And they were all able to hear Denzel's music for Andrew's walk-up, and he had a big game, so you can't change it now.
Yeah, home cooking all the way around. He had a couple of great lines. One was he couldn't afford the tickets to the Red Sox games back in the day. And the reason he's staying at his parents' house is because it's a lot cheaper than Manhattan. That's a New Yorker. He knows.
Just like real New Yorkers know, the only way to get around the city is the subway. Look at these headlines at Fordham Prep for Andrew Velazquez. Grounded off of the pitcher. That's going to be a base hit for Velazquez. His second hit of the night. See if Coulombe is okay as Velazquez reaches with 2 outs.
This time from the right side. Right back up the box, off the barrel. Coulombe waves off the trainer, but that was a direct hit.
So it was a triple from Velazquez and then a double from Higashioka in the 3rd that plated the Yankees' first run. And now Higashioka will hit with Velazquez at first, 2 outs. Always a threat to run. Yankees leading baseball in stolen bases since the All-Star break. And a check on Velazquez. '29 stolen bases. And it's what Alex Cora talked about the other day. Athleticism, speed, versatility. Feels like a different team. There he goes. Throw down, not in time. Velazquez steals second.
Well, he drew the throw on the first try, so he got a read on his move. And once he saw that, a big jump. Off to the races, easily in there.
So the Yankees with a runner in scoring position with 2 outs, thanks to the stolen base. 2-1 as Higashioka holds up. Second stolen base for Velazquez. Led AAA before getting called up. Count is full on Higashioka.
Just in with the high curveball.
Albers warming for Minnesota. The 3-2. Higashioka powers that. Deep to left field. Fair ball. It's gone. It is gone. A 2-run bomb off the bat of Kyle Higashioka. And the Yankees extend their lead to 6-0. The bottom of the Yankees order doing damage.
Another breaking ball, this time the slider on the inner half of the plate, and Higashioka gets inside of it, hammers it. The last question is fair or foul. They know.
Pretty good night already for Higashioka. A ribby double, a 2-run homer.
With 7, 8, and 9 in the Yankees order, have scored 5 of the 6 runs. Another look.
One and two on Wade. There's 2 outs, nobody on. Velasquez singled, stole second, and then able to trot home thanks to Kyle Higashioka.
Well, some breathing room for the Yankees, too. All the close games they played and over the last few weeks.
I was joking about that with Aaron Boone earlier. You don't have any night where you just sit back and relax. Of course, the Yankees have managed to continually win in those situations. And so many of the guys, as well as Aaron Boone, have talked about the comfort they've gained playing in close games because they've had so many reps at this point. But especially with how much the bullpen's been taxed of late, David, and Andrew Heaney did a wonderful job giving them some rest yesterday, but they could use a laugher somewhere. Long way to go for that, but 6-0 is a good start. Wade cues it to the left side and just gets gunned down by a rise to end the inning. But it's been a busy night for Kyle Higashioka. A ribby double in the third, that launch job in the fourth. The Yankees lead 6-0 in the Bronx. All right, Bob, thank you very much. We go around the majors. How about Shohei Ohtani? 40th home run and pitched 8 innings in a win last night. Freddie Freeman, his second career cycle. And Lance Lynn got ejected when he tossed his belt at an umpire during a substance check. Which, whether you have a substance or not, you're going to get ejected if you do that. David, what's it been like for you watching Ohtani this year and what he's been able to do? And a night like last night where he hits his 40th home run at the same time as he throws 8 innings of a gem?
No, it's just he's a trailblazer. Everybody compares him to Babe Ruth. I didn't see Babe Ruth play. And Babe Ruth didn't want it as badly as Ohtani wants it. Babe Ruth was like, yeah, I just want to play outfield. Nobody thought this could be done. A lot of doubters. Till this year, even. You can't really do this. You have to pick one over the other, maybe as a reliever. Not only is he doing it, he's batting leadoff on the days he pitches a lot of times.
The heavy, heavy favorite to be the American League MVP. The 2-2. And it's full on a rise.
We used to judge players, you call them a 5-tool player. You got to start adding tools now. There's not enough tools to describe him.
Lifted to left. Gallo gallops and grabs for out one. Well, Tyone has found an incredible rhythm here. Gave up a single to Polanco with one out in the first and has retired every hitter since. He's also done it efficiently, and the Yankees could really use a long outing and one with some sustained breathing room.
And once again, a great mix of pitches. Very aggressive, throwing strikes with all of his pitches, getting swings and misses with all of his pitches.
It's another really sharp curve. 0-2. The 0-2. So it feels like we get that Imperial alarm in 2 strike counts with 2 outs. Not here with 1 out.
Good call. Yeah, nothing.
Sano waves and misses. 5th strikeout for Tyone.
Average major league curveball around the 2400 RPM range, 24 to 2450 RPM range. Tyone's up in the 2800 RPM range. So if you're talking about quality of the pitch,
yeah,
the tightness of the rotation, the shape of the break, it's all well above average for Tyone. If you want to look under the hood at that pitch, it's a really good one.
Can understand why he's throwing it more.
There's a lot of different ways to evaluate pitches and grade them. All of his pitches, really. His 4-seam fastball, above average spin on it, plays up. Change up there is getting better and better. 88 miles an hour with a little fade on that last pitch.
There you go, David. 2 strikes, 2 outs. The 1-2. Hit hard, snared by Odor. Inning over. Tyone has faced the minimum through 5. Yankees lead 6-0. Let's check out the T-Mobile coverage cam. Nestor Cortez will start tomorrow. How about these shirts? Nasty Nestor. All of Nestor's teammates rocking those shirts today. All the pitchers. RotoWear's done it again.
I got to get one of those.
That's a great shirt. Meredith?
Ryan, they were having some fun today. They all got together after the pitchers did PFPs and took a picture as a group, all wearing the Nasty Nestor shirts.
You could tell they're having, I mean, they're winning, right? But they're having a really good time right now. See Albert's into the game for Minnesota, 6-0 Yankees, bottom of the 5th. And tonight's starter, Jamison Tyone, was talking about this the other day. He said right now he sees obviously winning can help a team bond, but he said guys are coming out of their shells. He said himself included, who maybe were new here, took him a little while. He said a guy like Odor, comfortable right away, his personality you could feel. But for a lot of us, maybe took a little while to start showing our energy, and now we've begun to. And you could tell They're bonding, having a good time together.
Yeah, there's some good stories. I mean, Nestor Cortez has paid his dues, bounced around a little bit. Some feel-good stories that are easy to rally behind.
Voit rolls it to short. Simmons will throw him out. One away. Tomorrow's probables. Charlie Barnes goes for Minnesota, and Nestor Cortez, that 2.55 ERA. Coverage begins at 6 o'clock on Yes.
Just in case you forgot what he looked like without a mustache. Mustache has got to stay now.
Cannot get rid of it. You could even, I mean, you could have a couple subpar starts. You'd still have to keep it. There's so much built up equity in the stash now. See the three infielders on the right side for Rizzo, with Polanco way out in shallow right. Rizzo absolutely hammers that foul. Andrew Albers in his 5th Major League season from Canada. He's pitching on 3 days rest today. He threw 8 shutout innings from AAA St. Paul a few days ago. Fought off into the shift. Simmons will throw out Rizzo, 2 down. Here's Aaron Judge, 0 for 2 so far tonight. Albers has been all over. Was a 10th round pick in 2008 out of Kentucky. Pitched in rookie ball, needed Tommy John, was released, went to independent ball in Canada. Then made it to the majors in 2013. Then went to Korea for a couple of seasons. Finally back to the States, and now has bounced between 4 organizations over the last few years. Well traveled.
It's on my bucket list. I want to go to Korea and watch some baseball over there.
Yeah.
I'm fascinated with it. Some of the highlights you see, the brand of baseball over there is much better than we ever thought. Over the last several years, we've learned that as some of the players have come over and had success here.
I feel like they were the first pro sports league we saw get back to playing after the start of the pandemic.
Some of the best bat flips in the world are in that in that league over there.
Two and two on Judge. And another full count for Aaron Judge. Dallow on deck. And Judge works a walk. .13 game on base streak for Aaron Judge. as Gallo comes to the plate. Yanks made noise with 2 outs in the 4th. A single from Velazquez, a stolen base, and then a 2-run homer from Kyle Higashioka. Strike 1 to Gallo. See the shift for Gallo. On the outside corner, 0-2.
We really haven't seen Joey Gallo just mash one here at Yankee Stadium.
You mean like over the Pepsi sign?
Like a real upper decker, like the 3rd deck. Or yeah, Pepsi sign.
Like what we saw from Sano in Minnesota yesterday.
He's got that talent. You know, now in the new Yankee Stadium here, the new Yankee Stadium, you know, like it's new since 2008. The 2nd deck is what we call the upper deck, or what the upper deck in the old stadium was like. Very few have reached the 3rd deck, the true upper deck here. That's well within his reach. The upper deck. Or a top of the bleacher shot to the left, above the bleacher creatures. Those kind of shots, that's what he's capable of.
Gallo rips that one to right field. That ball is going to be one up off the wall. Gallo is going for 2nd. He will make it with a 2-out double. So not upper tank, but a laser nonetheless.
Get another look. Got the spin of the slider sitting right there. He's just a bit out in front, but a bullet nonetheless.
So 2nd and 3rd, 2 out. And now Stanton up. And he takes a generous ball call. 1-0. Entering tonight, last 19 games for Stanton since he played his first in the outfield, hitting over 300 with an OPS over 900. 1-1.
It's just the constant pressure that this lineup construct can put on opposing pitchers. Judge takes his walk. The ability to pass the baton. The one mistake, one swing. 3-run homer potential.
Lefty Odor is on deck with first base open here. And Stanton ahead in the count, 2-1. We'll call time. Stanton smashes that to left field. How about how that hung up? A diving catch from Cave as that seed just wouldn't find turf. Inning over on a nice play from Jake Cave to save 2 runs. Hey, tomorrow night this series continues as the Yankees and Twins clash in Game 2. Coverage starts at 6 o'clock with Audi batting practice today. And the DraftKings pregame. Then first pitch is just after 7 right here on Yes and streaming on the Yes app. Jameson Taillon back to work on the Montefiore scoreboard. He has a 6-0 lead. He'll face 7, 8, 9 in the Twins order. Jeffers, Cave, and Simmons. Tyone has faced the minimum through 5. As that broken bat is going to be caught by Tyone. Style points questionable, out definitive.
You know what? His body language tells it all. He just looks goofy after he made the play. Like, what happened? How did I do that? What's going on? You don't even know how to act, right? Throw the ball around, like flip it. Nice job by Wade avoiding a little contact there. You see, we don't know how to act. We don't know. We just don't do that.
I'm not sure exactly what Rocco Baldelli is talking about with Shane Livensparger. Sometimes we have context clues up here. This one's hard to figure out.
Not sure.
Jake Cave, who made that outstanding catch to Rob Stanton and saved 2 runs to end the bottom of the 5th.
You're right. That was an absolute laser. Over 115 miles an hour off of Stanton's bat. That just kept going, just stayed in the air.
Cave powers that to left field. Gallo back, looking up, it's gone. A great catch 1 inning, a home run the next. Jake Cave has the Twins on the board. It's 6-1. So the man who the Yankees traded to acquire Luis Gil hits his 2nd home run of the season.
Well, this is how you drive a fastball the other way. You see how he lets it travel, gets full extension on it, and launches it.
And now Simmons lines a single to center field. So after 14 straight retired by Tyone, a homer from Cave, a single from Simmons, and back to the top of the order for Minnesota.
Cave's opposite field shot, 382 feet.
Yankees fans feel good about the man they got for Cave, Luis Gil. The way he's looked through his first 3 big league starts.
Just 23 years old.
The 0-1.
You know, the thing I like about Luis Gil is his confidence, his presence on the mound, but a good pitcher's body. Strong, big, looks durable. Well above average stuff.
I was talking with Aaron Boone about him today, and he said, you know, we think there is a lot there. Sure, the results aren't always going to be exactly what we've seen these first 3 starts, right? But they really like Luis Gil and think there's a very, very bright future there.
You know, it was kind of supposed to be Davy Garcia's spot. What Luis Gil is doing, he kind of just took the opportunity and ran with it this year. He's probably not projected to be that guy this year, Luis Gil.
Yeah.
He is now.
3 infielders on the right side. Wade shaded towards second. The lone infielder on the left side. 2-2. And the count is full on Kepler.
Kepler was the guy that hit that line drive that Aaron Hicks made that play, right? Back a couple years ago?
Yes, it was.
The wild game. That was Kepler hit a bullet that Aaron Hicks ran down.
Our unforgettable night in Minnesota. Hicks in the building.
That was one way or another that game was over. Either it was caught or it was in the gap and Minnesota was going to win that game.
Kepler smashes that to right center this time. That one's going to go one off the wall. Judge there to retrieve it. Holding on at third is going to be Simmons. It's a double and the third straight hit for Minnesota, starting to make some noise against Tyone in the sixth. Simmons will have to retrieve his helmet. Pulling his best, Eduardo Nunez.
Well, it's been a down year for Max Kepler, but this is what he can do. And that's why a lot of teams were asking for him, trying to buy low, because this talent is very high. And a nice job by Stanton to go get this and get it in quickly.
Right, I said Judge out of muscle memory. Stanton did do a very nice job getting that in before Simmons could score. And suddenly, a different tone here with this game. 6-0, Tyone cruising, having allowed just one base runner through 5 1/3, but homer, single, double. And now action in the Yankee bullpen. Peralta's going to start throwing. Here's the dangerous Polanco. Simmons at third, Kepler at second. 3 infielders on the right side. Yankees will trade, run for an out, up 6-1. Anything you're seeing here from Tyone, David?
I think you tend to get really aggressive with a 6-run lead, and maybe get a little more of the plate because of that, and the next thing you know, bang, 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 and now you got to make some pitches.
Polanco chased that changeup on 2-0.
I still like to see the mix of pitches that he's featuring, and even that right there in a key spot here, going to that changeup on 2-0 and having the confidence to be able to use it.
The 2-1. Polanco lifts that down the right field line. That is a fair ball into the corner. That hops up into the stands. 2 runs will score. It's a 2-run double from Polanco, and suddenly this is a 6-3 game.
Well, you mentioned it, Ryan. Polanco is a good hitter. Back-to-back changeups. He gets them out in front. But that's what good hitters could do. Even when they're fooled, they can still keep their hands back and right on the line.
And that's going to do it for Tyone. So after he retired 14 straight, he gives up 4 straight hits. That'll end his night. To the bullpen, Aaron Boone goes. Fans, we've already given away one $25,000 jackpot. Now you have a chance to win the next one with Yes Pick and Play, the new free-to-play game on the Yes app. Just open the app, tap the play tab, and make your predictions before every Yankees game. Play the perfect game, and you could win the $25,000 jackpot. So get in on the action for free with Yes Pick and Play on the Yes app. Jameson Tyone clearly frustrated with how the 6th inning has gone after 5 smooth, rhythmic, brilliant innings. Different here in the 6th.
I understand the frustration. Well done, though, with the left hand. Never use your pitching hand to snap. Use the left hand, the non-pitching hand.
Show some restraint even when you're getting deep into those emotions. So Tyone sailing until the 6th, and now Peralta inherits a runner at second with 1 out. The dangerous Donaldson at the plate. It's a totally new game. And it really changed with that Jake Cave catch. That ball looked like it was ticketed for the turf, no questions asked, and it was hit so hard by Stan it hung up. Cave made a diving catch as Donaldson tomahawks that foul.
Yeah, and Aaron Boone not messing around, even with Donaldson in the batter's box going to Peralta, the lefty. Probably liking that Peralta changeup in this matchup against Donaldson.
Donaldson limited to being a DH because of his ailing lower leg issues, but he could still hit. Think about that, though, David. You were inches away from 8-0, and instead, suddenly it's a 6-3 game, and Tyone's out of it. Reaching on the change, popped it up into shallow center. Judge gets there to make the catch. 2 down. Here is Luis Arraez over his last 16 games entering this one. A .377 batting average. Second in the American League in strikeout percentage, second in whiff percentage. Arraez trails only David Fletcher of the Angels, who does not have the same kind of pop that Arraez does have. Two and 0. And it's 3-0 on Arraez with Miguel Sano on deck. Peralta got the win in Game 2 against the Red Sox Tuesday. The save, his appearance before that against the White Sox. Just clipping the inside corner to get the call on 3-0. The 3-1. Arraez grounds it to first. Rizzo stays with it, flips, inning over. Nicely done by Peralta, who celebrates aptly. It's a 6-3 game as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Hey fans, come out to Yankee Stadium this Sunday, August 22nd, when the Yankees host the Twins for one of the hottest promotional giveaways of the season. It's Yankees Scooby-Doo Day, and the first 10,000 guests 14 and younger will receive a special Yankees Scooby-Doo bobblehead. Tickets are going fast, so get yours today at Yankees.com. Look at this Scooby bobblehead. Yeah. I mean, that's a... I'm having a little, problem with the bobble, but it's a very nice giveaway.
That is. That's a must-have right there.
That's I got to get this for my nephew Campbell. I was literally watching Scooby-Doo with him this weekend. Montefiore scoreboard. Yankees 6, Twins 3. That ball is fair. Gobbled up by Sano. 1 down. I think my nephew would have a better chance of successfully executing the head bobbling than I did there, but
I saw you trying. It was a good effort.
speaking of, nicely done by Sano. You a Scooby-Doo fan, David?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
All the way.
I feel like it transcends all generations, too.
There's been some guest stars on Scooby-Doo over the years, too, every now and then. The Don Knotts one was my favorite. I referenced that earlier in the year.
So you're a Scooby-Doo fan.
Yes.
I used to watch all the time, and I have a 5-year-old nephew who watched. I mean, it's a pretty good run for Scooby-Doo.
Still going.
Velazquez already 2 more hits tonight. Turns around to the right side, facing the lefty Albers. In 4 at-bats, the 7-8 hitters, Velazquez, Higashioka, have a combined cycle.
He's been the spark plug tonight, and they might need him again right here.
Strike 3, called out looking, and Velazquez down for the 2nd out of the inning.
He's got a legitimate beef there. The ball's inside a bit, and maybe a little bit low.
We've seen Velazquez have a pretty good eye. As Higashioka drives that one down the right field line, Kepler gets to it, and a quick 1-2-3 6th inning from the Yankee offense. We go to the 7th, Yankees 6, Twins 3. Hey, tomorrow night, the New York Liberty battle the reigning WNBA champion Seattle Storm in a superstar showdown at Barclays Center. Coverage starts at 7 o'clock, streaming live on the Yes app. Look at that cutie. Cadillac scoreboard, Yankees 6, Twins 3. Liberty had a big win last night against the Storm. Sue Bird and Breanna Stewart did not play in that one. They are going to play for Seattle in the rematch. Should be fun on the Yes app.
Nice. Are you really staying in Sue Bird's place?
I really am. That's my landlord.
Well, you're the one who introduced me to her at a charity event.
That's right.
And she was so nice, so
Yes.
classy.
She's maybe the coolest human being I've ever met in my life. And just won her 5th gold medal. She's one of the all-time greatest winners in the history of American sports.
Still going.
That's right. Syosset. Christ the King High School. When our producer Troy Benjamin someday does his New York City point guard documentary, Sue Bird going to be a feature of it. Peralta quickly ahead of Sano, 0-2.
Did you have to leave a security deposit?
Not the same one that Brady had to leave Jeter. The 1-2. Tap to the right side. Odor picks his hop And just throws out Sano. One down.
Kind of hanging back there a little bit,
Yeah.
maybe realizing Sano was the runner.
Strike one to Nick Gordon from Peralta. Big smile from Odor, who has just received rave reviews across the board in that clubhouse for the kind of teammate he is, the energy he brings. 0-2 on Gordon. And you talked about it, David. Odor also, I think, has been energized by being in this kind of winning atmosphere.
Yeah, he's got a new lease on life here.
Boy, how about how quickly Peralta's working here as he fans Gordon on 3 pitches, 2 down.
Mixing up his delivery, quick pitching, hesitating, leg kick, no leg kick. Turning over that changeup, that's his best pitch. See Gordon way out in front of that on a slide step changeup. Nifty pitch. Kind of feel like Peralta had a little bit of a signature moment the other night in that big play where he took the line drive off his body and got that big out against the Red Sox. And a little hesitation there.
Well, and that's been one of the really, I think, encouraging aspects of this stretch the Yankees have gone through without some key pieces and in so many close games. So many different people have had the opportunity to step up in these big, high leverage situations, and they have. Aaron Boone is very high on Wandy Peralta right now.
And he kind of, he kind of looks like he belongs now, like he's feeling it as well.
Good change up there on 2-0, 2-1. Crowd enjoying the wave here in the 7th. It's 2-2 on Jeffers. So Peralta came on, man on second, 1 out in the 6th. He's retired the first 4 he's faced, trying for 1 more with the siren supporting him. Three and 2 now on Jeffers. Popped up, foul ground. Rizzo towards the dugout makes the catch to end the inning. What fine work from Wandy Peralta. The Yankees take a 6-3 lead into the bottom of the 7th. We'll keep things right here for God Bless America.
Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. Will you rise and remove your caps? Tonight, the New York Yankees are honoring as their veteran of the game from the United States Air Force, Louis Belardi from Fishkill, New York, who served in the Korean War. The Yankees say thank you for your sacrifice and service to our nation and wish you a very happy birthday. And now, Yankee Stadium organist Paul Cartier's rendition of God Bless America.
To it, taking a look at the game summary. 3-5-0 for the Twins, 6-6-0 for the Yankees. The Yankees got to John Gant, making a spot start. Tyone, Jack just detailed for you. Velasquez, a big game. Same goes for Higashioka. It'll be 9-1-2 in the Yankees order. Wade, Voit, and Rizzo, as Wade, who has walked and grounded out, takes strike one. Cadillac scoreboard. Ryan Rucco, David Cohn, Meredith Marakovitz. Our producer, Troy Benjamin. Director, Dan Barr. Luke Miller on tape. Sean Sullivan on graphics. We appreciate you hanging out with us on this Thursday night. You know how locked in you are to this pennant race and the kind of baseball the Yankees have been playing lately.
All those people you just mentioned, they get baseball cards. They're in the works.
Oh, I got a preview. They're amazing. Amazing. I don't know if I'm supposed to say I got a preview, but I did.
You can, yeah. I mean,
okay.
There's a digital version. I'm getting the actual card.
No, the card.
Yeah.
Wade swings and misses.
A good-looking curveball, dangling, tantalizing, diving down over the heart of the plate and gets Wade over the front. Looked like a strike a long way till the end.
Here is Voit batting in the leadoff spot tonight. Has a two-run double. Skies that into shallow right. Kepler, 2 down. We saw Voit upset with himself.
It's a good pitch to hit. He kind of got himself out in front on that one.
Voigt's been particularly demonstrative lately when he makes out. Already a two-run double for Voit tonight. Rizzo has a sac fly in this game.
Talk a lot about high-octane relievers nowadays, throwing in the upper 90s. That was a 69-mile-an-hour curveball.
Contrast in styles.
Yes.
Rizzo in the driver's seat, 3-1. Judge on deck. The 3-1. Catches the bottom of the zone, and the count is full on Anthony Rizzo.
Get another look.
K-Zone says yes.
Borderline at best.
Grounded to the shortstop, Simmons. He'll throw out Rizzo. We go to the 8th inning. The Yankees holding a 6-3 lead on yes.
This is how we do it, man, but you already know. Yeah, we on a roll, and we show up like, whoa. You don't want to see me when I show up like, whoa. I got all my people in there ready, let's go. This is how we do it, yeah, but you already know. Yeah, we on a roll, man, we show up like, whoa. Yeah, man, we show up like, whoa. But you already know, we show up like, whoa.
On the Hyundai scoreboard, the Yankees a 6-3 lead. Some beats, some blasts, taking us back to action in the Bronx.
Got my head bumping up here listening to that.
I saw that. You like that song choice from Eric Abram and Luke Miller?
That was well put together.
Zach Britton into the game, protecting a 6-3 lead. He looked like Zach Britton last night. Incredibly sharp, and he's going to face 8-9-1 in the Twins order. Rob Refsnyder will pinch hit for Jake Cave and take ball one. Meredith, you chatted with Zach earlier today.
I did, and he said it wasn't anything physically. It wasn't about making adjustments. It was more a mindset thing. Getting in his mind, he needed to attack the zone with his sinker. That's when he's had the most success in this league, when he's been able to do that.
Did it there, and Wade, slick play for the first out of the eighth.
And Ryan, he went on to say that after the surgery, your body always feels different regardless of what kind of surgery it is. He thinks that affected him. Maybe mentally he wasn't completely sure what the arm was going to be, and now he's back to throwing that sinker like he used to, as you see Tyler Wade complete that play.
Nicely done by Wade. Yeah, the sinker last night, to Meredith's point, David, it looked like Zach Britton's sinker we're used to.
Yes, the velocity was up, but he also combined it with several good sliders as well.
That one goes off of Britton's glove. This is going to be a tough play. Rizzo fires too late. And Simmons will reach. If it never hits Britton's glove, it's probably an out.
I agree. It's a hard thing to do. This is instinct. You see it, you try to go get it. Lunging. And Odor would have had to come get it. And Simmons runs fairly well, so it's not a given. But Rizzo had to reroute, and by that time, there's no chance.
So an infield single for Simmons.
The thing with Zach Britton for me is on those days when he's having trouble throwing strikes. Sinker sinking too much, or he's missing down, and then when he throws the strikes with the sinker, it's too high. The slider can come into play. He can get strikes with it. He can finish off left-handed batters with it. So it's a nice 1-2 punch. It's a nice weapon for him to have on those days when he's struggling getting that sinker in the strike zone.
Kepler chased that one.
Now, on the days he has his good sinker, he can pound it. But there has to be a plan B.
Britton on in relief of Peralta, who was terrific out of the pen again today. Well, there it was.
You know, if he can throw a slider in there in the mix, it takes some pressure off of that sinker as well, and it'll make it better.
Britton ahead of Kepler, 0-2.
Well, you called it, Ryan. This has turned into a normal late game for Aaron Boone now. Piece it together.
That one skips away from Higashioka, and Simmons will scamper down to second on the wild pitch. And Simmons is trying to say, hey, can I take third? But time has been called. And if you would have tried to take third, you would have been thrown out by 15 feet. But Simmons having some fun. Two and two now on Kepler. And it's now full on Kepler after Britton was ahead 0-2. And once again, Aaron Boone has to sweat out these late innings.
Looked like it was going to be an 8-0 lead there. Jay Cave made that play, as you pointed out. And the next thing you know, it's a 6-3 game, and Britton's in there.
The 3-2. Swing and a miss. Big strikeout there from Britton for the second out of the inning.
Does not chase the 2-2 slider, but chases the 3-2 sinker down in the dirt right over the heart of home plate. He's always gotten really unique spin on his sinker. And when it's right, it just drops off the table.
Polanco takes ball one.
Pitchers are a strange bunch, you know. Rather than put on a pitching jacket, we'll wrap ourselves in a bath towel every now and then. You know?
Yeah, I see that, huh?
It just feels good sometimes.
I guess so.
You don't want to put the full jacket on, you just want to cover your arm.
And a yellow one. Line drive, base hit center field. Simmons is going to score easily. It's a 2-out ribby single from Jorge Polanco, and the Twins chip a little closer. It's a 6-4 game. Third hit of the game for Polanco.
You talked about him in the pregame, and that's a good pitch down and away. That's a good hitter who can go down and dig out that down and away sinker. Good ball player. Has made his mark on this game.
Polanco scampers back. So now Josh Donaldson, the tying run at the plate. And once again, the Yankees find themselves in a close game late. They've won them at an incredible clip. Looked like they were maybe cruising for a laugher, but the Twins have fought back nicely. And now Britton trying to skate through this 8th inning.
This is not your average close game, though. I mean, this was a 6-0 lead. You're hanging on right here.
Deal one. There's that breaking ball. Drops in beautifully at the bottom of the zone. 0-2.
He gets good spin and good break on that slider. That's a good pitch. Potentially a decent weapon for him to have.
Crowd into it. Britton ahead of Donaldson. 0-2. Runner at first, 2 out. And Britton will step off. The 0-2. It's 1-2. "68 games decided by 1 or 2 runs, most in the majors. 45-23 in those games. Best record in the majors." The 1-2. Chop foul. Polanco at first after the RBI single that drove in Simmons. The 1-2. In the dirt, it's 2-2. Zach Britton, who asked out of the closer's role recently, as he's been working himself back into getting right, has still found himself in some big spots over his last few appearances. This one is turned into that as he faces Donaldson. A 2-2 count with 2 outs. We'll check on Polanco.
Got a 2-run lead. You got 2 outs and a 2-2 count. The mission not only is to get Donaldson out, but to keep the ball down and keep him in the ballpark.
The 2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. Britton fans Donaldson and ends the top of the 8th. Twins creep a little closer. It's 6-4 as we go to the bottom of the 8th. Big K by Britton. Well, one of the all-time Tiger greats has passed away. Bill Freehan, 15 seasons with Detroit, an 11-time All-Star, 5 Gold Gloves, a World Series champion in 1968. Freehan was the head coach at his alma mater, Michigan, in the late 80s to mid-90s. And Derek Jeter actually signed a letter of intent to play for Freehan and the Wolverines. And the Yankees drafted him 6th overall, and those plans obviously changed, but a terrific catcher who had a great run with the Tigers.
Here, here, well said. That 68 Tigers championship team was a significant team. Not only the team itself, but what was going on at the time.
Yankees a 6-4 lead on the Hyundai scoreboard. Judge waited, fouled it straight back. 2-2. Andrew Albers has done a very nice job for the Twins, giving them length at a time when they really needed it, doing so on 3 days rest and keeping them in striking distance. Saw Chad Green warming. Looks like he will be the man tasked with closing tonight for the Yankees. Judge hits it hard, might have scraped the glove of Albers. Polanco there, 1 away. Time now for a word from the Home Depot.
Avoid extra innings when you buy online and pick up orders at the Home Depot store nearest you. Thousands of products ready in hours.
Well, the Yankees could certainly still use a little more insurance. Built a 6-0 lead early, have been hanging on since. Take a look at StatCast, powered by Google Cloud, on the double from Joey Gallo. 107.5, got out there in a hurry.
Yes, little top spin on it. Kept it in the ballpark.
And of course, it was Stanton's near 2-run base hit. Following that, where the game kind of changed. Stanton hit a 115-mile-an-hour rocket to left. It just hung up for Jake Cave to make a dive and catch. Kept it at 6, whereas it looked like it was about to be 8-0. And the Twins promptly scored 3 runs in the following half inning. And they add one in the 8th, and it's a 6-4 game.
Led by Jake Caves, opposite field home run.
Gallo strikes out for the 3rd time tonight. Let's take a look at the All-State good hands. Here was that catch. Save 2 runs. It was one of those line drives off the bat. You just see it and say, well, that's a base hit. But it was hit so hard that it just hung up. And then Cave made that terrific play. We go to the old expected batting average, 810 on that ball hit by Stanton. So you've taught me how to navigate baseball savant, David.
Yes, it's a, you know, if you're into the numbers, yeah, it's the site to go to during the game to test your, you know, the eye test. What you see with your eyes, you can back it up.
Stanton drives that to right field. Does it have the height? It does. Gone. There's some insurance. Home run number 20 for Giancarlo Stanton. And it gives the Yankees a 7-4 lead.
He hits violent line drives. I mean, watch out. Continues to swing the bat well and play the outfield, does Giancarlo Stanton. It really does change everything if he can play the outfield.
Yeah.
At least have that option. You don't have to do it every day. They made some nice play, made a nice play out in right field tonight too.
Good to see those kids okay as they were in the danger zone on that Stanton home run. See him going for the catch and oof, off the hat, but thank God appears okay. Wow, that's scary.
Yes.
And I don't know for certain, but I think the commotion that we were just seeing out in right field was the fans out there trying to get whoever ended up with the souvenir to give it to the kid.
Yes. That would be nice and apropos. It's 106 miles an hour off of Stanton's bat.
There's the reenactment. I'm glad we can laugh about it.
He only had 3.7 seconds to react to that.
Man.
.345 feet. I mean, that's a blink. Think about that. 3.7 seconds. The time it left his bat and got to that kid.
Gets on you in a hurry. And also, visually as well. Is it going to hit the wall? Is it not? Woo, it's on you. Nice job by the stadium staff there, too, to quickly make sure that that young man was okay. The 3-2. And Odor, that tipped his bat. Not even sure it would have been a swing, but he's going to be down on strikes. But the Yankees do get a little more cushion thanks to a laser. High enough, deep enough, gone. 7-4 Yankees as we go to the ninth. Yankees Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by Delta, the official airline of the New York Yankees. Delta, keep climbing. And by the Ford Explorer, the official SUV of the New York Yankees. Visit buyfordnow.com. Also by FW Webb, the official plumbing, heating, cooling, and PVF supplier to the New York Yankees. Aaron Judge checking out, making sure kid's all right out there. He's out in right field now with Brett Gardner sliding into center. Taking over for Giancarlo Stanton, who have been playing right. Joey Gallo stays in left, and the new pitcher is Chad Green, trying to close out a Yankee win.
You get the feeling that's the way it's going to be for a while for Aaron Boone. He's going to have to make choices how to finish games. And who's going to be the closer on any given night? Tonight, Chad Green.
We saw Chapman struggle a bit in his first appearance back last night. Loaizaga threw over 30 pitches 2 days ago, so perhaps giving him a little more time. And Green will face 4, 5, and 6. Arise, Sano, and Nick Gordon. 0-2 here on Arise. The 0-2. Yankees are 105-38 against the Twins since 2002, including the postseason. That's against a team who has a plus 500 record over that time span. Fought off into shallow left. Gallo, one down. Hey fans, the WB Mason post-game show coming up after the final out. We'll have highlights and analysis, clubhouse reaction, the manager's report. And tonight, after the post-game, catch an all-new NFL-themed episode of Forbes Sports Money as Bob and Mike discuss the latest team values and media deals, plus an exclusive interview with President and CEO of the Miami Dolphins, Tom Garfinkel. That's tonight after the post-game right here on Yes. One down, Sano. Takes outside. Yankees trying to hit a new season high, 7 straight wins. It's amazing too, right, David? Because you come off this stretch where it feels like the Yankees have been playing every day, and you play 3 in 2 days against the Red Sox, you sweep them, and when you're in a pennant race like this, where everything's this close, there's no breathing room. It's right back at it.
No, and the momentum that they have right now, they're trying to keep the pedal to the metal, as you say. The Yankees were hovering around 500, 2 or 3 games over, wondering, you know, how are we gonna get some momentum going? About ready to go 18 games over 500 in a hurry if they can hold on to this game. Usually you build it 5 games over, 10 games over.
Sano launches that down the left field line. That is gone. Miguel Sano continues to punish the Yankees. He makes this a 7-5 game with home run number 21.
Makes that Stanton home run loom more important. Looked like a breaking ball to me. Just stayed right there. Sano gets around it, but keeps it fair. Kind of see him kind of readjust there halfway to home plate. The breaking ball spun and took a seat. Sano took care of it.
That's 10 home runs from Sano in his first 20 career games against the Yankees. No other player in big league history has more than 7 in their first 20 against the Yanks. And here's Brent Rooker, the former first-round pick, pinch hitting. He has a lot of power. Also strikes out a lot.
I threw a lot of sliders in my career that, you know, I call them that it's like they stop breaking sometimes. It's like they pull up a chair and take a seat right there. And you don't get those back.
Especially not against Sano.
No, not, yeah. You factor in a guy like Sano, yes.
Sano, who will be going home after this series to be with his newly born child, has a souvenir to take with him. 2-2 here on Rooker. Pitch. Just down, and it's full on Rooker.
Chad Green, the right idea, trying to dial it up to 97 and get it in a good spot. Now you can't walk this guy. You got to go get him. A 3-2 count, and he did challenge him. The last thing you want to do is walk him and set up the next batter to have one swing and tie this game up. So give him your best fastball. Go get him.
The 3-2. There was a 95-mile-an-hour fastball on the inner third. And Rooker able to stay alive. Yankees holding on to a 7-5 lead. Top of the 9th inning. 1 out, nobody on. 3-2 on the pinch hitter Rooker. Strike 3. Got him looking.
The old school term was challenge the hitter. I used to hear hitters scream that at me from the dugout. Mike Schmidt, challenge me. That's what Chad Green did right there, right at the bottom of the zone, gets the call.
So the Yankees 1 out away from a season-high 7th straight win. Ryan Jeffers up. One 1-0. Jeffers 0 for 3 tonight. Trying to get on and give Rob Refsnyder, the former Yankee, a chance. Got it at the bottom of the zone again. 1-1. The Yankees are a strike away. There's the siren. Crowd on its feet. The hottest team in baseball seeking its 7th straight win. The 1-2. Jeffers stays alive. Crowd will ramp it back up. Green sets. Another 1-2. Went to the curve, tilted it high, and the count even at 2-2.
All right, you took a shot. Now get back to challenging him.
We'll see where Green goes with a 2-2. Went to the breaking ball again, and it was spoiled.
Don't get cute. Don't run the count to 3-2. Finish it right now, right here, with your best pitch. If he beats you, he beats you. You got a 2-run lead. It's not that hard.
The 2-2 went back to it, and that's why. Ball game. 7 straight wins for the Yankees as they finish off this unexpectedly close one with the Twins. 7-5 the final.
Kept the momentum going, did the Yankees. They're on some kind of run right now, feeling good about themselves. And yes, Higashioka, Yogi Berra style, give it to me up here. Chad Green obliges. Game over.
A lot to celebrate for the young Yankee fans right now as Chad Green closes out the victory. The Yankees improved to 28-11 since July 6th, best record in the majors. And as you talked about, David, keep the pedal to the metal.
And you know what? We talked about the top of the order. It was the bottom of the order, led by Velasquez. Really had another big night.
A 7-5 Yankees win, 7 straight wins for the Bombers. We'll come back, wrap things up in a moment here on Yes.